How y'all doing? This is Devorjae and this is True 7. On this episode, I'm going to talk about more on shifts, but this is more about population shifts and conscious and body shifts and the characteristics and how to tell if you're ascending within the shift. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So basically, we're coming into another shift this year, and since 2000. Honestly, ever since 2012, shifts have been happening gradually faster. But shifts happen, honestly, shifts happen every 10, 15, 20 years, in which things progress and people progress along with it, and people who don't progress are basically left behind, down the below, and a class system that's always going up, and they're just tumbling down. And it's shifting, things shift, and it's common sense for being shifted and move over. That's all that is meaning. So since 2012, the shifts have been just happening majorly fast because realities are blending faster, and which is why even in our reality we're experiencing a lot of negativity and a lot of negative stuff to decrease and slow it down in ways, because all in all, our minds are hooked into how things shift and go. And if they're controlling how we think, then they're pulling the shift more in their terms, how they want. And that's pretty much what's been going on. But we're also fighting it and making it stronger to even the point that these things kind of have to happen. But alternatively, it's up to us as people. I'm going to always say that it's up to you. It starts with thyself and then outwards. And then if everyone's studying thyself and figure out themselves and figure out the truth, and everyone's one in union, and then things are better, and we come to better standards of living for a whole people. And that's the goal, all in all. But more what this video is about, which is about symptoms that you may experience in the shift. Now, we're in a set frequency, right? I wish I should have drew it out about something, but we're in a set frequency, right? Within these barriers from my forehead to my bottom of my nose. This is the if you're born on Earth, you're within these parameters. You're in this parameter if you're born on Earth, but this is the set frequency you're born in. And knowing that now, you're a human. Naturally, you can be born. Your frequency can be. It's going to be set within this set, but it can be higher, lower, lower, lower. It can be within these in so many ticking points of variables where your frequency at, and due to your standard of living, how you're living, those frequencies always are shifting, going up, going down. And this is the thing, due to your practices and how pure you are to the frequency of your personal being, you can shift. There's the frequency. You can shift out of that frequency. And then, but once you shift out of that, you're in a whole other frequency set. But even within these frequencies, these dimensions, and these levels, that's still part of a whole. So once those are blending, that's when you're raising your frequency due to your practices or your alignment within that frequency, you blend with those other frequencies and you see things. People, they call these hallucinations. This thing, they can happen. It's all in your frequency. It depends what's going on with you and the experience and the timing of things. And through that experience, that's your reality, and that's what's happening within that shift. And you see it. That's what I'm saying. You're going to see other interdimensional beings within that, or have occurrences that are pretty much, you probably won't be able to explain, something that aren't the norm. So that's what happens during these shifts. And then they're on a physical scale, usually when you're going through these shifts. And since I was saying, there are different people who vibrate at different frequencies within that set Earth frequency already, but due to their practices, what they do, they can step out of those boundaries and they can get information and they can see ahead of certain things. And that's usually what it is with psychic beings and alchemists and all of these basically conscious, aware beings on Earth. And I don't want to get too far off, but symptoms also from these ascensions and these shifts that accompany your body, because like as I explained in another video, just as your body is the same as the plane, your body is just like Earth. It's a temple. It's an embodiment. It's a place where things live. Just as a temple is where things live. If you embody things that live in you, and it's on so many levels. Everything's so much connected. It's hard for me to explain this without just speaking on a very practical level that I don't. It's very easy to understand. Like I was saying, just as the Earth is a body, you are a body, and man, it's like I get so excited and getting into that stuff that I pretty much forget my train of thought. But I remember because I want y'all to get this. It's just as the Earth shifts, you shift. The Earth goes through a shift, you go through a shift. You're synchronized with the Earth. You're a body, it's so crazy. This is your outside, this is your land, and any religious people you know, they always say materialize man is created from dirt and ground. Whatnot. You even use dirt and ground and granite to create a temple itself. And since your body is a temple, and you think about temples, what have all the Mayans and all these ancients left behind on temples? Markings. And this goes into palmistry, man. This goes into your body's a temple, and all the markings are left on your temple. And I'm going to go and talk about palmistry in another video. And these are just things that mysticists, magicians, that people just know, practically understand, are able to control their life with just by understanding these bases of life. Okay, off on point, back to the symptoms that you will exhibit in your ascension process, just as the Earth does, since you are just like the body. I'm going to even touch on Hollow Earth theory, just to let you know that is also true. There are, just like I said, there are living things. You are a body. You are living. You are the person. But there are things living within you materially that inhibit and also live. There is the molecules. They're conscious atoms. And you can go to spirit science and David Van Eyck, many other theorists, and they can explain how, you know how your atoms are basically like, your atoms even a planet, something's moving around that, just as the universe is, and it's all staying in motion, and all of that's even vibrations. That's what I'm talking about. Trying to explain there, on a material level, there are things happening inside of you that even help you live, because they're living inside of you, just as the planet is a living source and has humans on it, and they're living on it, just like ants would be living in an ant pile. I always talk about that. But, man, that's crazy. Ant-Man's coming out, so it's probably been rehearsing it online, and that's going to have to do a lot of what's going to happen in the future, and people are like, oh, that's probably Ant-Man's coming out. But, back on topic, we have, talking about how I was saying how the Earth and you are the same, basically, and this is going to explain the Hollow Earth theory. Now, also the Earth is, okay, I'm not going to talk about this, what the Earth is. Looking at the Earth from a cylindrical perspective, your body is also, you come from singularity, but you have two orbs and they make one big ball. You have your aura, you have your energy, your body, your energy body, the Earth body, your Earth's energy body. Now, looking at the physical Earth, if you were to go to the top of Antarctica, the South Pole, and also the North Pole, if you were just to go up there, man. And this shows even from how a baby starts. A baby starts from a single cell organism and splits into two, right? And then from that two, there's singular, the being starts, and that's the singular light going through the middle, but then there's circles, and that's the enter. So, your body, right? If you stand up, and you can go to spirit science to give even more detail, and you can also research this stuff on your own. Just Google the inner body, the body, model and everything. Now when I stand up, I hope y'all know you have a hole. Everyone has a hole in their rectum, right under there, and you have a mouth at the top. Now, in the scale, hole at the bottom, hole right here. The Earth is made in the same way. It has a hole in the bottom and a hole in the top, and they all go into the middle to where they say our heart fuels everything. It's kind of like the sun in a way. And then when you think about Leo's all like a heart. Okay, so inner Earth. there's stuff going on inside this earth that you're walking us down right now. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. That's the truth. And I will go more in depth on another video speaking on that. But within the shifting of all of that, physical symptoms, you can get cold-like symptoms for like 1 or 2 days, but you'll be okay. That's because your body just as the seasons change, when it goes from fall to spring and how it gets more warm, it gets more brighter. The climate changes just as your body will change. It has to adjust to the climate. So that's something you would notice in Ascension. Very super high beings probably just will have a whole bunch of just cool metaphysical type experiences, and also physical features. You would probably feel more younger. You feel like you may be losing weight. Your pupils, they shift in form. And something about the pupils I'm going to touch on, I'm just going to say it in this video now. To sum it up, baseline of your DNA is reptilian, reptile. That's the baseline. It's only 2 strands, but it's about to be 3 in the next probably a couple of years, as we're coming into a shift and we're unlocking more of our DNA. They're saying we're unlocking more, but it's always been there, but you can always unlock your DNA due to your studies and your techniques and your practices about anything. You can unlock your abilities basically through spiritual practices, and higher beings already know that. And even within, I don't know if you've seen Lucy, but Lucy tells basically all about that, going into your other DNA strands and unlocking them. When you do, you will notice your pupil change, you will notice slits, because you have a baseline of reptilian DNA. When you're tapping into your inner self physically, those features come out and show. And we are a mixture of many beings, so that may show, as well as other features from other beings. I'm the main 3 beings that people know about. Well, actually, there's 4. The main 4 that are out: Greys, Reptilian, the Nephilim, and Insectoids. Those are the main 4 people will know about. Greys being small and big heads. And to even give more proof, so y'all don't think I'm crazy and all this stuff, I can give proof on all 5 levels. I don't have enough time. I'll probably have to do another video. But experience form, so you can see. Look at when a baby is forming. Basically, I'll touch on this in another video. Within the first, I think, 2 or 3 months, it starts in this first base form. It looks like a lizard. The baby starts to forming, but it looks like a lizard first, and after it gets to that phase, it gets into the gray-looking phase. And I won't go into history and how that came to be in development, but just know that that is truth about your makeup, and that you are mixed in with those things, so you can be as amazing as you are now. Other symptoms within the shift are you will, you notice less sleep, like maybe get 3 or 4 hours of sleep, you still feel energized after. You may notice Sync-Fury a lot, notice a lot of numbers. Man, you can also just Google Ascension symptoms to get even more, so you can read it for yourself. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop for much, because I just was throwing out a lot of information about Ascension and different stuff. But that'll be it for this video. Just look at more episodes on the Truth 7 line. Alright, put some questions down in the drop box. And like I said, one-on-one, I'm going to answer them. Alright, peace.